everyone, welcome back to another 1v1 battle. It has been a long time since I have brought Bretonnia, mostly because I was tired of seeing them the past couple months with their kind of strong ability. But anyway, that's been nerfed, and here we are. We now have Bretonnia. I am bringing King Lewin Leon Kerr. I have a Paladin, a Damsel, mounted on just a basic horse, so she has mobility. We have 3 Spearmen and 4 Man-at-Arms in this very long line, 3 Peasant Bows, and off to the side we have 4 Knights of the Realm. I think Bretonnia should be played with Cav-focused build. It's just I suck at playing them that way because my micro is not that amazing. The green skin player that we're facing off against has a supremely dangerous command squad here. We have an Orc War Boss, 3 Goblin Big Bosses mounted on their 4 Spider Riders. We have 2 Orc Boar Boy Biggins. Then we have a line of 1 Orc Boy. Everything else is Savage Orcs, and then 2 Arachnarok Spiders. 2 of them. Very afraid. I thought, maybe the Arachnarok Queen. That's a famous pick right now, but I was not expecting 2 Arachnaroks and this just mobile death squad from hell right here. 3 Goblin Big Bosses and an Orc War Boss and 2 Orc War. That's insane. So I'm like, well, this is going to be a fight. I'm just going to say my morale was maybe shooken a little bit at just the start of this. But I'm like, we have the Knights of the Realm over here. So they're going to move their very mobile squad, and what I want to try and do is kind of bait them to meet my knights right here. I'm going to be pulling over our Damsel to support the fight with her spells, and then I'm also going to be pulling over Peasant Bows because I want them to shower these Orc Boys. You can see they start powering up right here, so I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to just pull back a little bit, just keep following me, and then I'm going to also charge with my Paladin and King Lewin Leon against this Arachnarok Spider because she's isolated currently, and I'm trying to move my Peasants over here just to give us support, and then I was going to turn around and engage them, but they are going to pull back and try to engage against King Lewin Leon. We already have dealt some kind of significant damage on this Arachnarok Queen. So we're going to start to pull out here soon. You see me giving the move orders right there? Paladin is ending up going to get caught right here. Just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. We had all the time in the world. He just was like, nah, man, I'm cool. You go on ahead. I was like, all right, cool. Goodbye. So he's dead. It's going to take a while, but he is dead. King Lewin is going to wrap back around over here, and now we have the Savage Orcs getting close to our main line along with one of the other Arachnaroks, so we're going to issue an attack order here very soon. And I'm like, well, I'm going to try to make the best of a shitty situation since all their mobility is over here killing my 1 Paladin. I'm going to be like, okay, so Knights of the Realm, boom, 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 boom. That's what we're going to be doing. That's what we're going to be doing. The Arachnarok Queen is going to just pierce right through and get to our archers. I'm focusing down the Arachnarok Queen because I already know that I can destroy these Savage Orcs with these rear charges. They do not do much damage since they're just basic weapon, but I need as much damage on these Arachnarok Queens as I can. We have the Curse of the Midnight Wind being dropped in here, and here we go. First of 1 charge, the Knights of the Realm. Then we're going to do another charge. Then we're going to do another charge. And then we're going to do another charge. Because all of their mobility was over here. They did kill our Paladin. That is very true. They did kill our Paladin, but in return, we are going to destroy, for the most part, their frontline fighters before they can chew through my Spearmen and Man-at-Arms. So these rear charges just utterly destroyed all of these Savage Orcs. So I traded in a Paladin for all their Savage Orcs, basically. Over here, we have King Lewin supporting these Spearmen to try and deal some damage to this Arachnarok Queen, and then I'm going to get out because, good God, this is so fucking scary, man. That is such a scary amount of heroes, lords, and Orc Boar Boy Biggins that King Lewin would melt in moments. In mere moments. So I'm going to just try and use King Lewin to snipe these Arachnarok Queens as long as they are separated from the main command squad here. I'm going to try and do my best to do repeating cycle charges to anything that is nearby me. I'm going to charge these Orc Boys a couple times. We're going to just continue to try and do cycle charges while trying to keep my archers away from every single threat. Keep my Damsel around for supporting Curse of the Midnight Winds and Harmonic Convergence, those 2 spells I took. So you can see I'm trying to run King Lewin because look how quick he's just melting to these damn Goblin Big Bosses. Oh, they are the worst. I'm trying to slow them down with our Knights of the Realm, and I'm going to do Sword of Corone, or yeah, do Sword of Corone, and then I buff them up. We're going to get the hell out of there. Knight's going to hold these guys at bay. Luckily enough, there are no more healing potions in this game for the big bosses, so any damage you do is going to be forever. The 1 Savage Orc that we did not charge is going to get cause us some trouble over here. So I'm kind of spread out all over the place, trying to keep King Lewin safe, trying to do cycle charges on all 4 of the knights, so you're going to see some of them are going to be standing still for a little bit here and there. For some reason, this guy just charged after that Savage Orc, so I forgot to pull them back, so I need to pull them back. Over here, we are trying to deal with the 2 remaining Orc Boy Biggins. We're doing charges, throwing Spearmen here and there. And it's still very dangerous with those Goblin Big Bosses around. I forgot my Damsel is right there, so she's actually going to be engaged here, I think, by the Orc War Boss very soon. I'm trying to do what I can to destroy these Orc Boar Boys. I'm trying to hit them with the Peasant Bowman. This Ragnarok Spider is isolated, so we're going to send King Lewin over there, and you can see that they're going to respond very quickly to try and kill him. So I'm going to have to try and get out of there yet again. This player is very good at trying to destroy King Lewin. Meanwhile, a couple of the Goblin Big Bosses are chasing off 2 units there. I'm getting reinforcements with the Spearmen right here, and then we're going to do another charge with the Knights of the Realm. We've done cycle charges over and over again on these Orc Boys over here. My Damsel is now going to route from the Orc War Boss. And I luckily got King Lewin out of there before the Goblin Big Bosses and Orc Bull Boys came in. So we're going to do a cycle charge. Now King Lewin is going to go over here and try to crush these Savage Orcs. I need to keep him away from wherever all those Goblin Big Bosses are, if at all possible. So I'm just using my Knights to basically run interference for King Lewin is what I'm doing. At the same time, I'm trying to do cycle charges all over the map. You can see we have dealt significant damage to the 2 Orc Boar Boy Biggins at this point with cycle charges, Spearmen, and Man-at-Arms. The 2 Goblin Big Bosses are routing our 2 units here, but they're finally going to come back, which means that's going to be scary for me. My Damsel, luckily enough, is going to come back right here, and we're going to send her back in the field. Not really that soon, but she will come back. Orc War Boss is trying to get into our archers over here. We're going to charge him with King Lewin because he's separated from his Goblin Big Boss squad. And I believe King Lewin and him, along with our Men-at-Arms here, can maybe take out the Orc War Boss. So he's kind of isolated. So we're going to try and do some damage. You see, we actually do terrify him with King Lewin's Hippogriff, which is great. And I want to try and charge him and rout him off the field. But I'm actually going to get nailed in place with this damn Ragnarok Spider. So he's going to be able to get away far enough so that he's not going to be considered routing anymore, which is unfortunate. Meanwhile, over here, still just doing cycle charges on the Goblin Big Boss that is left. You can see the Savage Orcs, for the most part, are all destroyed now. One of the Ragnarok Queens is right over here. She is going to come back into battle at some point. And I still got to try. And look at this. This Goblin Big Boss is a War Boss. I'm like, fuck. I'm casting Harmonic Convergence with the additional armor trait. I overcast it, and he is routing, but he is alive. And he does have regeneration, so I'm just praying to the lady that she will bring back King Lewin the Younker. You can see these units try to run interference, and they were kind of successful in that, but they are going to pay in kind. So we're going to charge even more units in here. I had Curse of the Midnight Wind to try and lower the combat stats and armor of the units here. The Goblin Big Boss is going to run out terrified. Orc War Boss is out terrified. Both of them almost dead, which is great. So great. King Lewin, I'm like, ah! And he's actually going to come back, like around here or something. He's going to come back. The king is not yet done with this battle. Peasant Bowmen firing through trees is not great, but listen, they're at least safe over there, so they're getting some damage to the Ragnarok Queen, who we're going to try and charge out of this forest with the Knights of the Realm here. I am reforming our line right here. The Greenskin player is now reforming their line here. All they have left is really just their command squad and then the Ragnarok Queens that are almost nearly dead. King Lewin is now back. He's going to be brought back to the battlefield. The Damsel, like I said, came back, so she is going to be over here and try to keep her away from these Goblin Big Bosses. I'm going to cast Harmonic Convergence on the Spearmen at Arms because I'm thinking that they're going to charge. And then good micro here. They're like, nope, that's okay. So they divert their charge over here to these Knights of the Realm who are fighting off this Goblin Big Boss. I don't want to fight the entire command squad at once with the Knights of the Realm. That is not a good fight for them. So I'm going to try to lure them over to our infantry that is remaining. I need my Men-at-Arms alive to deal damage, armor-piercing damage to this Ragnarok Queen. And then King Lewin is now coming back. I'm not going to put him in combat quite yet because he is like one hit from death. But I am going to fly over the army and cast his Stand Your Ground. The Damsel did do a Curse of the Midnight Wind, I believe, right here. Yes, to try and help counteract the effects of the Wah from the Orc War Boss. I believe I just lost the Knights of the Realm right there. Yep, I did. We're trying to surround and kill this Ragnarok Queen. I almost think about charging it, but I'm like, I don't know. There's Goblin Big Bosses around, so we're just going to keep King Lewin flying for right now. Peasant Bow still firing in through the trees. And I'm like, nope, I almost did. I almost charged the War Boss. I'm like, I can't. I'm one hit from dead. I was like, I don't feel good about it. So we tease the charge, but we pull out the last moment. We do rout off the Ragnarok Queen. The Orc War Boss is going to break due to just morale. We're going to kill him here. And then that is going to be a chain rout for the rest of the Greenskins. And oh my god, this battle was intense for me. Microing 4 Knights of the Realm. Watching my Paladin get eaten alive. And then King Lewin almost dying. He was seriously one hit from death. That enemy player must have been so pissed. If he had died, I don't know if there would have been necessarily been a chain rout amongst everybody. But I think my infantry at least would have ran. And I don't know. I still have my Damsel, so I had some leadership left. I don't know how this would have ended. I probably still would have won because King Lewin honestly didn't do too much besides a stand your ground there at the end. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe killing him would have chain routed the rest of my army off. But that was a good game for my opponent there. Holy shit. I was so afraid. That Death Squad. 3 Goblin Big Bosses, an Orc War Boss, and 2 Biggins. They dealt so much damage to the King Lewin, and especially that poor Paladin, man. I tried to get him out. He just wouldn't listen. I was like, dude, bro, come on. You gotta leave. And he's like, nah, I got this. I got this giant queen. And he looked behind him and he saw all the Goblin Big Bosses coming down. I'm like, we gobos. And he's like, fuck. But it was too late at that point. So upset at my paladin. But in exchange, we did get to totally destroy most of their savage orcs with that rear charge from the Knights of the Realm. So I guess, again, that's trade-off. Kills here, Knights of the Realm, I think were some of the most MVPs I had in this game. A couple of these men-at-arms actually did pretty well. Probably did a lot of chip damage to the Ragnarok Queens, who racked up a pretty decent amount of kills. These Goblin Big Bosses, man, this command squad is so scary. So very scary. And I had to continually just pull King Lewin away. Like, my micro was just maxed out in this battle, just trying to keep King Lewin alive from these guys. So yeah, good game to TK Limpe. And let's just go watch that again in a cinematic view. Oh, intense battle for me. Go get that queen. Mess her up. And then here's the mistake. Just caught on that leg over and over and over again. He just couldn't do it. You just couldn't do it, could you? You just couldn't do it! I'm so disappointed in you, Paladin. I'm so disappointed in you. You're the worst. But you did distract them long enough for my Knights of the Realm to pull off some sweet rear charges, though. Not all is lost. Savage Orcs would definitely destroy my line pretty quickly if unaided. It's a good choice, I think, against Bretonnia. Savage Orcs deal high weapon strength, high attack. They have some resistance to physical. But they do not have resistance to rear charges. This is like the most hammer and anvil I have had in this game in a long time. Just straight up, like, the entire infantry line was just charged. I mean, that's how it should be, right? Knights should be rear charging. They are the hammer. And then comes the death squad. And I'm like, oh shit, we gotta run. We gotta run. Knights, it's been fun, but we gotta run. We gotta run! Those Arachnorocks cause terror and fear. Very dangerous blob right here. And then here's when King Lewin is almost murdered. He just, God, he just takes so much damage so quickly. These little bastards. These little awesome gobos. I hate him and I love him. I hate playing against them. Love playing with them. Luckily, I had my knights nearby, so they cut them off. They rallied to their king. Honestly, I thought these guys would break a lot quicker than they did. The king is coming! Yeah. See, this was a mistake right here. I should have surrounded these Savage Orcs and not just bunched up. But again, my micro was just stretched to the limits. King is here to assist all peasants. Ooh. Ooh. Like, Oh, I see you're isolated from your death squad, buddy. God, I wish I could have chased him off the battlefield right then and there. But I got stuck by that Arachnoid. I think they're fighting big bosses in here? Yeah. It's a lot of people for one Gabo. It should feel special. Woo. Man, thank God for the Knights of the Realm. Being mobile enough to run interference for King Lewin like 3 times in this fight. And then dying bravely for it. That man's body has been cut in half. Charge! I don't think they have much infantry left. Yeah, I think it's just the hero squad at this point. You beautiful knights. You're so cool. And it's going to be able to get away. I wanted to chase it down too, but the thing is it has Strider and Knights don't. So Knights are slower in the forest. That thing is not. So I was able to retreat away pretty quickly.
Slay them!
Nasty gobos. Good micro here. Not fighting the power unit. That was good. That was good. And my Knights like, oh fuck. Those gobos are back. Run! Run! Let me counter charge. Thank goodness for men-at-arms and their armor piercing. Oh! They cut his head. They cut his fucking head off. Oh! Where's that war boss's head? Is that's it right there? Oh my God! The men-at-arms just straight up cut it off as he was trying to retreat. Holy shit! I don't know if I've ever seen a war boss head get cut off before. Wow! That'd be great to cut his head off and then the boar's head off just in one swing. That'd be kind of hard. That's a lot of flesh to go through. Damn, dude, you got it bad. Huh. That's pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the Bretonnians with their fancy knights. Take care.